Welcome back to the Master Method, everybody, and we are here with our very special surprise guest today, Master Marco Sies.
Hello
Thank
again.
you again for being with us today, sir.
It's been very cool to sit in this chair, actually.
I'm getting a little too used to this chair. I'm sorry. You just better watch out.
I'm going down now.
I know. Just stay over there. Let me hang on. But, okay, so we had talked a little bit about your childhood. And what I thought maybe we could do now is a little bit more, like fast forward a few years and talk about how you kind of propelled yourself forward into your career. And I know that started back when you were about 14 or 15 years old. You were inspired by a kickboxer that you saw. Can you tell us a little about that?
Right. Well, this guy named is a Bill Superfoot Wallace, and he was my first inspiration to become a world champion in kickboxing. And so I decided to train into kickboxing. So I went to the most expensive school in Santiago, Chile. And but I had one problem, is I couldn't afford it. So I have to work for the school, and my job was to clean the mirrors, clean the floors, and clean the toilets. And
but you were the best mirror, floor, toilet cleaner.
Absolutely.
I
was the best mirror,
right.
the best mirror cleaner, the best sweep cleaner, and all of that. And when I was 18 years old, I became a professional champion. And despite at how, because my boss wasn't a very nice boss, you know, when I was a kid. He actually mistreated me and treated me like trash, pretty much. But I didn't mind that because I knew exactly what I wanted and that I needed to train at that school to be able to fulfill my dream and become a professional kickboxer and I seek the best trainer. When I was able to do that, everything started to change. When I was 21 years old, well, when I was 18 years old, I became the national champion on my rookie year in Chile. And I defeated one of my best friends. He was the champion, and he was a lot older than I was. He was almost 40 years old, 38, 37 years old. And I defeated him, and I took his belt. It's pretty funny because after I took his belt, we went across the street to have a hot dog.
Hung out together.
Oh, we were so tired and hungry after the fight that we went across the street, and he celebrated my accomplishment, taking his belt and becoming a new champion.
So how did that feel? That was your first big
title,
title,
my gosh,
right?
it was amazing. It was really cool. And I became the champion. But after that, when I was 21 years old, I knew that I couldn't go farther in Chile. I held my belt for 3 years, and nothing else I could do in Chile. So I decided to come to America. That's when everything really started. When I came to America, I was lucky that I came to my aunt's house at the beginning, and she helped me for the first year. Now, after that, I went on my own, and it became a little difficult because I didn't speak English, and it was very difficult for me. I signed all these contracts with these promoters, and I didn't know what I was signing, so pretty soon I found myself on the street. You know, I didn't have a place to live or money to eat. So, and from there, I had to become a 7-time world champion. And many times people ask me how I did it.
Right.
How did that happen?
And a lot of times you only have 2 seconds to tell that, you know, oh, I was homeless and then I became a 7-time world champion, but there was a lot in between there that you had to go through.
One of the things that helped me is that I always have a vision. I always had the vision to what do I wanted to do. And I knew that I wanted to become a world champion. So all of those things I never really cared about. I never felt sorry for myself. I never went, oh, poor me, you know, I feel so sad. Yeah. Not at all. I knew what I had to do. And every day I got up and I trained anyways. I used to train on the street pretty much. And I had one of my good friends back then that helped me with training. He was actually my student. He held pads for me. He helped me spar. I would train in the Springfield Mall in Virginia on the 3rd floor, I remember. And I'll run the stairs up and down, and I do exercises.
So at that point, you didn't have the funds to be able to train with a gym.
No,
so you found a way then.
I found a way, and that's one of the things that I always encourage people. You know, when you want something, regardless of what your current circumstances are, you have to find a way. You have to take the first step. You have to make a plan. You do what you're supposed to do, but you have to find a way, and regardless what that way is. And if you find a way and you do what you're supposed to do every day, all the things and the elements that are necessary for you to achieve that success, to take you to the next level, they will show up for you. And I will tie these cushions, and I will tie them up on a tree, and I'll go and punch those trees, you know, and that was my back. You know, my friend, he was my trainer, and I found the way. And little by little, I started getting more fights until I was able to actually get my break.
Yeah.
You know.
And I think because of your frame of mind and how you conditioned your mind growing up and throughout all the obstacles, I think it was able to propel you through the obstacles more quickly than if you would have felt sorry for yourself, or maybe you would have never gotten out of those hard times if you had a different mindset.
Well, absolutely. If I would have just felt sorry for myself, and I would have been stuck on that situation, and I would have never gotten out of poverty, you know, and I would have never become a world champion if my mind would have been focused on what I didn't have. If I would have been focused on how terrible my life story was, and how hard it is I can never do it, I don't have a trainer, I don't have the means to achieve success. Even when I was 20-some years old, I had cancer, you know, and I would have been just focused on that. I would have never.
You wouldn't be sitting here telling your
That's
success
right.
story. You'd still
Either
be
I would have been dead, or I would have been still immersed in poverty and taking $5 or $50 a fight, you know, or being retired by now. Well, I'm still I'm being retired for 6 years, but I would have never achieved the level of success that I achieved. After I became a world champion, I not only achieved a world championship, I achieved it 7 times.
Right.
I became a 7-time world champion.
But that first one must have felt really, really special.
Oh
you know,
my
that
gosh.
first world championship.
When I achieved, when I got in the ring and I got knocked down on the first round, I was laid down on the ground and I was able to get up on the count of 8. I had to choose because I was really hurt, you know, and I said, well, I either can stay down here on the floor and lose my chance, or I can get up right now and try the best I can. And I got up on the count of 8. That
right there is just a metaphor for, I think, finding success in your life too. You know, just those few words that you just said.
Most fighters would have just stayed down on the ground and give up. But I didn't give up. I got up that one time. I got up again, and I gave it the best I could. And I tried so hard that at the end of that night, I walked away with a world title belt. And when I raised my hands, and this is the new world champion, my whole life went in front of me, and all the challenges that I had to overcome went in my mind, and I realized that all of those obstacles were part of my success. All of them play a vital role in my success. So I tell the viewers, don't give up. Get up. If you get up one more time than what you failed, you will be victorious. But you have to get up and intentionally keep trying with a frame of mind that you will be there. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Really focus on what you want, and if you cannot, if you fell down, get up one more time. If the plan is not working, change the plan. But you have to find a way to succeed, and that's the bottom line.
I think what I've been getting out of this, I guess for the viewer's sake right now, is, you know, your upbringing, you know, having that wonderful, positive frame of mind, never giving up, you know, always having that vision, and, you know, the humility. All those elements really worked together to get you to that first world championship. And then every success that you had after that. So from there, you didn't stop there.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
I know the story. But 6 more world championships.
That's right.
And then becoming a successful business owner, and the television show, writing a book. How, from the first world championship to now, did you change anything, or you pretty much were applying those methods all along?
I applied the same method that I wrote in the book, the master method, to achieve all my future successes. And what I like about achieving things, you know, is that after I achieve something, I always have something new to achieve. And I keep achieving things. And after my first world championship, my manager asked me, well, now what? Well, I want to become the best fighter pound for pound in the world. And well, I did that in 2002. And after that, what else? I achieved 7 world championships. And after that, what else? 2-time Hall of Fame inductee. After that, what else? You know, and I wrote the book, and I became a television host show, the Master Method show. We created this, and now I created the Success Academy, where people can actually come in and not just learn martial arts, but actually learn the principle of success, not just for children, but also for adults as well. And we do that in a very intentional way. And right now in only Maryland, in the metropolitan area, if you live here, you're welcome to come and be part of it. Just email us at success@themastermethod.com, and we can actually help you get started with that as well. And I keep finding ways to achieve success. Now I want to really help people do that on their own, with the book, with the television show, with the blog, and through Facebook, and people get inspired by those things, and people can find us all the time, and I like doing that. Facebook.com/Marco Sies. Get there all day, every day, and find inspiration. Right. When you can not find inspiration for yourself, you have to find it with others, not just with me, but read something that will help you in your mind. Do something that you truly like to do. For myself, I like to find inspiration on books and on tapes and CDs from other writers, and I love doing that. So every day I get up and I have that strength and power to truly try my best to achieve what I want.
Well, I know, one of the elements is just being able to immerse yourself in positivity with, positive people that you surround yourself with, the things that you do, what you expose yourself to as far as the media, or, coming to the Facebook page. It's a way for people to get inspiration and feel good. And finding ways to do that really helps people to vibrate positively and attract the positive way and the successes.
One of the things that I do, and you know very well I do this, is that I like to surround myself with people that support my frame of mind. Many people sometimes when they want to put me down, or like in my career, many times people told me that I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that.
Right.
I was told 3 times that I could never fight again, and I was able to overcome all of those things. And one of the things I do, I like to surround myself with people that support that frame of mind. If somebody is not supporting and is constantly telling you that you cannot do that and bringing you down, get away from that person.
That's
really?
Right. That's right.
Well, if you cannot because you live with them, try to make the conversation short. And truly, you are the master. You decide what you allowed in your mind.
Absolutely.
Okay? And if you want to allow all those bad influences to come all the time, it will be very difficult for you to maintain a positive frame of mind. You have to surround yourself with people that support that frame of mind.
And everything that you teach is not to say that there's never going to be challenges, that there's never going to be obstacles. They will always be there, but applying the methods that you teach and that you've written about and talk about on the show, it gets you through those challenges more quickly, and you're able to do it. But
Absolutely.
I wanted to ask you a question before we say goodbye to everyone today. And you ask this to everybody every week, so now we get to ask you. If you could leave the viewers with one piece of advice to help them on their journey to success, what would it be?
Well, this is my advice. Find positivity on everything that you do. If you live a positive mind, if you live a positive life, and you train your thoughts to be positive all the time, regardless of the circumstances, your mind will lead you to success. You will find a way to succeed. But make that a conscious effort to do that. And I know we have to close the show right now, so it was great having you as the host.
Well, thank you for letting me be the host. I'm glad everyone got to know you a little bit more.
And I'm excited that I got to sit here today and be able to share some of these elements, with you guys. So please, I hope, this was very helpful to you guys, and I hope you find your own life of success, prosperity, and inner peace. So if you want to contact, please do that at success@themastermethod.com. If you want to be part of our Success Academy, you can do that. I'll be very happy to give you all the information with that, and all my staff will contact you. Success@themastermethod.com, or you can look it up in our website, www.themastermethod.com. I wish everybody a wonderful evening and the most success, prosperity, but most importantly, a life of inner peace. I will see you next week.